Bedtime reading the ambulance by Jeremy Scott. One, I think chapter 5. What chapter am I on? 6. The Supersim. Never read reader, stamped bracelets. This set off a murmur of confusion among the students. I read to Sammy. Students. What on earth is the Supersim? Calm down, quiet down. Most of us didn't want to hear the angry principal voice again, so we shut up. Just this time, Coach Tripp. I asked a quick prayer that Coach Tripp was under 60 years old and able to speak at a more reasonable pace. Guys and girls, get ready to be excited because you're going to love the Supersim simulation, or as it's commonly known, the Supersim. My prayers were answered. Sounded like a young man, younger than my father, at least, and his voice was filled with a friendly energy. This year, after much debating in the various local governing bodies, the board has decided to reinstate an annual tradition that hasn't been followed in over 20 years. Coach Tripp had my complete attention. We want you students to learn to get an education. We want you to socialize and be kids and have fun. But more than you may realize, we want you to be prepared for the life ahead of you. You should choose to play in the role of heroes. Therefore, in 5 weeks' time, we will be commencing the first of the 3 super simulations, with the second 2 events taking place during the second semester. The Super Sims are full-scale citywide custodian simulations where you have the chance to compete in teams to be the first to save the day. The monitoring started up again, but Coach Tripp kept going. The Super Sims is a huge event, guys. It requires the efforts of nearly an entire team to plan, stage, execute heroes versus villains scenario you will attempt to complete. There will be no taking turns. It's every team playing at once. There will be a list of instructions. We'll go over them in a moment, and then you'll get a handout and some ground rules, but we will not tell you a thing about the simulation itself. It'll be up to you and your team to discover the crimes, to track down the perpetrators, and subdue them, just as if you were full-grown official custodians out in the real world. There will be multiple fake criminals and multiple fake crimes throughout 3 Point. The winning team gets a nice championship trophy and bragging rights they can keep forever. Another burst of simultaneous discussion, mixed with some applause, swept over the student body. Once again, the coach just kept talking. I'm going to ask you guys to keep it down, or else I'll end this thing right now. Sounded like he meant it, but also he didn't want to have to make good on the threat. I bet he was as excited as the prospect of this thing as we were. You guys will have plenty of time to focus your teams, and then you can talk and cheer all you want. But let me get through this piece instruction first, he said. Okay, here we go. I heard some papers rustling around on the lectern. Participation in the Supersims is optional. If for some reason you do not wish to join a team and take part, this is totally okay. If you do wish to be a part of it, you'll need to pick one of the registration packs on the table over there by Mrs. Franklin on your way out. Inside, there's a permission slip. You cannot participate without your parents' permission. Let me prove that. You cannot participate in the Supersim without a signed parental consent form. A parental consent form would be tough considering my mother's tendency to be overprotective of me. But I knew my father wanted to nurture the little hero in me, so maybe he would be okay with it. Teams must have at least 4 members and can have no more than 7. You're allowed to name your team, but please keep it clean, guys. I reserve the right to refuse any inappropriate team themes. Students are encouraged to choose their teammates wisely. Consider joining up with kids who have powers that complement yours, not just your friends. Think about all the possible scenarios you might encounter. You want to be ready for as much as possible. Let's see here. What else? The event shall be timed. There are no criminals apprehended within the altered time. A lot of time. Then there are no winners. However, each fictional crime and criminal will be assigned to a point value by order of their difficulty. The team with the most points accrued by the end of the simulation then shall be the champions. I had a feeling this thing was going to be amazing. My mind was already racing at the chance to compete in a citywide super villain, the scavenger hunt. Whom shall I be on a team with? Now then, there are some rules as well. As a group, we are nearly ready to burst. You could feel it in the air. I could at least. There was so much pent-up excitement, it was palpable. The officials in the Supersim will be faculty members of the school and other adults from Viewpoint. They will be highly visible throughout the town, and the word is final on everything. If they tell you you're disqualified, you are disqualified. If they tell you to stop doing something, you better stop. And there are referees of the simulations. I may have said that wrong. Rule number 2. No using your powers against other students or student teams, period. This is your talent powers. If you use your abilities against each other, you will not only be disqualified, you'll be suspended from school. And you'll probably face charges in city court as well. Offhandedly, he added, not to mention, the officials will likely prevent you from doing it anyway if you try anywhere near their line of sight. Similarly, there is to be no sabotage of other teams or independence to their progress in your way. This is you against the villains, okay? Not you against each other. We can have more than one winner here. Enough already. Rule number 3. Oh, good grief. The simulation shall last exactly 4 hours in total. Kind of like this assembly. At the conclusion of that time, a lot of the whatever, scores will be tallied. As the trophy awarded to the team that earns the most points. They have to make roll for that. Rule 4. No unnecessary damage property in the city. Again, guys. Alright, I'm gonna cut this here. He's passed out from reading. And I'm getting tired. As you can see, I mix up success with sex. So it's time for me to go. And if you're interested, it's called Labels by Jeremy Scott of Cinema which you can find on YouTube. Right, I'm gonna go to bed. You love me. Oh, Lord, what's up with my hair? Wait.